In this video, we are going to continue following the journey of my client Anna. She used to have short beaten nails, but every time we did a transformation with dry manicure and nail extensions, her nails got better and better every time. I already arrived at the studio. Anna is going to come in a few minutes, and I'm super excited to see what her nails look like. It's been 2 weeks and 2 days. We did dual form and polygel on one hand and acrylic on another hand. So let's see what her nails look like. Coming up. Hello guys, this is Anastasia, and this is Anna's nails 2 weeks ago. We did polygel and dual forms on this one on a purple hand, and another one was done with acrylic. And this is what they look like after 2 weeks. On this hand, we have almost no product lifting. There is some lifting near the sidewalls on a couple nails, but overall it's really good. So honestly, I'm impressed. As for another hand, which is acrylic hand, we have slightly more lifting, and also we have one broken nail. Since I'm working with Anna for quite a while, I have to say that this is typical situation. Normally her left hand has more lifting and broken nails than the other one. I noticed that so many of you were just as excited as I was to see what's going to do next. Lady Archer even mentioned that it's like reading what is going to happen next in the book. And yes, this is the next chapter, so Anna made it to the next fill. It's been 2 weeks and 2 days, and first I'm filing off the excess product underneath, because when you do dual forms, usually you have this extra product underneath as they grow a little longer. Then I'm going to file them shorter, because also on this hand we did an experiment of having a longer nails, and after 2 weeks they're even longer, and Anna still has pretty short nails of her own, so it's not really a great idea to have extremely long nails, so we're filing them shorter. Another hand was shorter, so I'm not going to change the length on another hand so that they are going to match. And then I'm filing the top coat and the design from the top. And I'm using carbide bit. The speed is about 20,000 rotations per minute. If you're on my channel for the first time and you have no idea what is Anna's nail journey, I will leave the links to some of the videos, and also I created a playlist with all Anna nails videos, so if you would like to watch some of the previous one, feel free to follow the link below. Some people got really confused, and Jan is asking why are her nails off every time you do another video? Does she take them off herself or do a soak off and do a new set every time? Because I'm not understanding. Are they not lasting, or what is the issue? Why are they always off and you never do fills on her? Most of the times the issue was that we just couldn't do another fill after 2 to 3 weeks, because 5 weeks and more will be just crucial for Anna. She will simply not be able to have her nails on for such a long time. Anna has a very busy schedule, and so do I. Especially during last couple years, I've also been traveling a lot, so most of the times it was not possible to synchronize our schedules and do fills on time. But this time finally it is possible, and hopefully the next fill as well. So when it's only 2 or 3 weeks, her nails are doing okay, as you can see, and hopefully we are going to keep up with that. Then I proceed to dry manicure. This is Diamond Flame Shade Bit Red Abrasive Mark, and the speed is 16,000 rotations per minute. Even though this polygel with dual form extensions did really well and it lasted for 2 weeks, I still had concern about the sidewalls. If you will take a look on the corner of the nail to the area where the natural nail ends, you will see that the product is extremely thin there, which means we are going to add some extra product as I will be doing this fill. Mary is asking, why do you file so much? The powder indicates nail filings, and will this not thin the nail plate too much? This is a very good question, and thank you for this. I always pay a lot of attention not only to the quality of my work, but also to the safety, because my goal is also to keep the nails safe and not to damage them. Some clients, including Anna, has more hangnails, dry skin, overgrown skin, excessive skin along the sidewalls, which means I need to work more in these areas. Honestly, the cuticle care and the dry manicure takes a really long time because there's simply more things to clean. So that way it takes longer for filing, cleaning, and prep, and it may seem that I'm filing the nail a lot, but usually I just pay attention to the fact that I'm cleaning the skin surrounding the nail. This is the good example. When I do this work with a flame-shaped diamond bit, I mostly press into the skin because this is the goal of this part. I need to clean the skin from the nail plate, but I barely touch the nail plate. And there's another interesting question related to this issue. Do some people have thicker cuticles than others? I'm always astounded watching the dry manicure on Anna because there's so much debris, but when I do my nails or my mom's nails, we don't have that much cuticle tissue. So sometimes I wonder if I'm doing enough cleaning. Absolutely, every single person have different cuticle, different skin type, different shape of the nail plate. Just like we all look different and we all have a different shape of, let's say, lips or a different hair color. So that's absolutely normal, and please try to not compare yourself in this way because with some clients it takes quite a while. I will say with Anna, cuticle prep and dry manicure sometimes takes up to 40 minutes, while with some clients it's really fast, like 7 to 10 minutes. Most of the time it's about genetics. That's why it is so typical to have a similar hand or shape of the nail plate with your mom or with your dad. But also it slightly has to do a little bit with your lifestyle. So if a person is biting nails since early childhood, it is very likely to have more skin surrounding the nail plate. And there's another interesting issue that I noticed. If we are going to trim the cuticles too deep, to exfoliate them too much, we will have more excessive growth of the skin. And unfortunately, I know this because of my own experience. If you will watch some of my videos where I do my own nails, you will notice that I barely have some excess skin. But I was practicing on myself all the time, obviously. I was trying dry manicure, electric file manicure, all kinds of manicure, and I was exfoliating and trimming my cuticles a lot all the time. So over time, after a couple of years, I now have more excessive dry skin growing. To avoid that, we only need to exfoliate the dead part of the tissue, hangnails, and nothing else. Meanwhile, I'm done with the dry manicure, and let's take a look at the nails after cuticle care. They look so nice and clean. This is the hand where we use dual forms and polygel, and this is another one, acrylic hand. It still looks kind of short, and we will also need to do a new extension on this one. So we decided to set up a new experiment. I'm going to do fill on this hand that used to be done with acrylic with hard gel. So we're going to see what it's gonna look like after another couple weeks. And another hand where we used polygel and dual forms, I will be using polygel just like I used at the first nail extensions, which means we will have a similar prep for both hands. First, I applied dehydrator, let dry, then I applied non-acid primer only to the part where we have natural nail, and then I'm going to apply a thin layer of the base coat, and I'm using one of my favorite base coats by Cuba. On this hand, I will only need to fill the area with outgrown part of the nail, while on another one, I'm also going to fix the sidewalls because some of them are extremely thin and I'm afraid they are not going to last for another 2 weeks. But the prep is very similar. I apply dehydrator, then I apply non-acid primer. If you accidentally apply it on the product, do not worry, just let dry and continue applying base coat. Did you notice that I applied base coat not only to the outgrown part of the nail but on the entire nail? And it was for a reason. I'm going to use a hard gel for a fill, so it is better to have the surface covered with gel already. So then I repeat the same. I apply gel on the entire surface. I do not cure, and then I take extremely small drop of the gel, apply it near the cuticle, and then with a printer technique simply blend it towards the free edge. The reason I decided to try hard gel is because we never tried hard gel on Anna yet, so I'm just curious. Another reason, it's super simple and fast, and I'm going to apply this in such way so we will not need to file. So this is also the matter of speed. We are going to finish the fill faster if we do it this way. Every time I receive many questions regarding the time of the service, Juliet is asking how long it takes you to do those nails, please. With Anna, it usually takes longer for me to do prep and to do cuticle care and dry manicure. Like I said, sometimes it's 40 to 60 minutes, almost the entire hour. But the part with product application and filing, it is pretty fast because Anna's nails are so small. I don't know if you can tell it by looking through the camera, but compared to my hand, they're so tiny, so it is quite fast. And I'm done with gel application, by the way. I just cured it for 1 minute and then I proceed to another hand. So like I said, we also need to feel the sidewalls on this one because most of them are missing as they grow out. And I'm going to use the same Polygel I used last time. Jan Q is asking that Polygel is a gorgeous color. What brand is it? This one is by IBD. The color is called Natural, and I will leave the link to Amazon down below. I really like this IBD brand. I think it's not really popular and honestly kind of underrated, even though the quality is really good. It does have a little disadvantage, this exact color. If you will take a closer look, there will be a little grains, but I think it's not really a big deal, at least for me. This is the thumb, and the product is also missing here in the corner, which means I am going to add it. And this is another thing that I like about this Polygel. The consistency is super thick, which allows me to add product just like this. And once I'm done with it, I cured it for 1 minute, I'm going to do a regular fill. So I'm taking a larger bead of Polygel, place it near the cuticle, and I'm going to fill in this cuticle area and blend it towards the free edge. Product application was pretty quick. I think it took me 30 minutes overall. So this time when we were doing fill for Anna, it took me around 3 hours total, but that's mostly because we do the filming and also I do 2 hands separately, so it's just easier to record it this way. But normally with Anna it takes me 2 to 3 hours, the entire service. So this hand was filled with hard gel, so I'm only going to file and shape it with the file, and I'm going to buff the surface, and that's it. In my previous video with Anna's nails, I mentioned the term which most of you found confusing. I said that Anna has a ski jump nails. Barbie D is asking, can you help me understand ski jump that you mentioned? Some people have nails that are growing perfectly straight. Some people have nails that are curved and they're growing downwards, while some people have a ski jump nails that are growing upwards. but Anna has a very short nails, so it is quite hard to show it. So then I found this another client which has a typical ski jump nails, and they're long, so this is what they look like. As the nail gets longer, the edge of the nail is going up. That's why it is called ski jump. Usually the biggest issue when working with this nail type is to fit the form, is to fit the dual form and somehow make them look straight again. That's why one of the easiest way to fix it is to file the free edge as short as possible and then do extensions. And depending on which method you use, tips, forms or dual forms, you need to try to make this free edge looking straight. Since Anna's natural nails are very short, they are not as ski jump as I just showed you on the picture, but they have this tendency on the free edge. That's why it is better to file them short every time we are doing a fill or a new extension. I buffed the surface of the nail so it will be easier to apply the color, and then this is one of the most important parts of the entire service for Anna is to buff the surrounding skin. Because if I skip this step or have some leftovers of the skin, they might be more hangnails and Anna may continue biting her skin. That's why it's so important to make it as smooth as possible. This is the diamond sphere bead with red abrasive mark. The speed is 15,000 rotations per minute. If you would like to learn more about beads, pressure, speed, and how to work with electric file in general and not damage the skin or the nail plate, I have an online course for beginners, eFile 101. I will leave the link down below in the description box so you can learn more about it and enroll. And meanwhile, we're done. What do you think about these beautiful nails, acrylic and polygel hand? And this time we decided to do a different design again, and this time it was Anna's idea. She liked having a different style and different design on her hands last time, and she said that it's not as boring when you have two different hands, so let's try this again this time. She said that one of her favorite colors is purple, so she asked me to use purple in the design. That's why I decided to do an abstract design on this one, because these nails are slightly longer, so I'm going to use mint color as the background and then I will add more purple spots. I wanted to create this look like we have a spots of watercolor, and the best way to achieve it is to apply some clear gel. So I used base coat and then I simply take a darker color of the mint gel polish and the purple one and simply apply them on top. So they start to slightly blend, and this is how we get the look of the watercolor. You do not need to apply the base coat on the entire surface of the nail, simply apply it only in the areas where you would like to add the spots.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight.
I cured the background for 1 minute in LED, and then I take black gel paint and add some accents as an abstract lines. Some parts of the lines will be thicker and some of them will be thinner.
Never changed, all the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits.
You will be surprised by the design we decided to do on the other hand, because it is completely different. We've been discussing different fashion and nail art trends with Anna, and I figured out that she'd never heard or seen anything about light reflective gel polishes, so we decided to try a silver one. This one is by Born Pretty, and I have a review of the entire kit on my channel. Normally this color has to be applied in 2 coats, but we decided that it looks kind of cool when it's slightly transparent and we can see this nude color through, so we decided to apply only 1 coat and then seal it with a top coat. Let me guys know what do you think about Anna's new design and which hand do you like more. I have to say that this experiment with dual forms was successful. The only part I didn't like is that I also had to add some extra product in the corners, but I'm also curious how are they going to last next time, because we did polygel fill on this hand and hard gel fill on another one. I also asked Anna to keep using cuticle oil because now we really need to work on the condition of your cuticles and skin. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe so you will not miss the next part, and we will see how Anna's nails look like after another 2 weeks. See you in my next video. Goodbye.